This weekend, you can buy pieces of the iconic Austin landmark Threadgill's. Don't worry, though, the restaurant isn't closing after 35 years. Instead, owner Eddie Wilson tells our David Scott he wants to raise money for a big goal.
They're packing up the stuff and know the drill, but not everything's going.
I'm not selling gifts. I'm not selling any photographs. It's kind of like I'm inviting the whole city to come go through my sock drawer.
How does Eddie feel about selling some of this stuff off? Ask him.
If it won't fit in my coffin, it's for sale.
71-year-old Eddie Wilson's more sentimental than that. The jukebox stays. He knows most of those guys. He'll keep Janice, Chris, and his old flame Farrah. Willie's first 4th of July party. Willie's on the left. Eddie was the owner and bouncer at the old Armadillo. A rough crowd.
When you're introducing Willie Nelson to hippies and they're not paying attention, you have to slap them around a little bit.
He opened Threadgill's in 1981 and took to it.
The food business is the closest thing to a treadmill I've ever stepped off into.
He wants to build a new restaurant in New Zealand. Watching his daughter-in-law film Xena there, he fell in love with its beauty and friendly strangers. And if Eddie had one last meal, what would it be? Off his menu.
If I had one last meal, I would say I want each of the 5 vegetable plate combinations, and that's about 543,232. And so my last meal would take a while.
David Scott, KXAN News.
Well, the fun continues this Saturday at 10 a.m. at Burley's Auction Gallery in New Braunfels. There will be music, and Eddie will be around too. We've got all the details on this for you. Just watch this story at KXAN.com.
A Threadgill's restaurant in Auckland, New Zealand may seem far-fetched, but it isn't the first Austin brand being exported out of Texas. A year and a half ago, we reported a Stubbs barbecue restaurant opening in Shanghai, China. We checked their website again today, though. A note says the restaurant in China closed and was supposed to reopen in a new location in November. There are other Austin exports, of course, like the Alamo Draft House, which is spread as far away as Washington and New York City. New locations are planned for Corpus Christi and outside of Phoenix, Arizona.